So, coffee and Pop-Tarts help soothe my throat a little bit. One thing I've been getting into recently, thanks to Nick from the Bitter Bits channel, he mentioned cold brew. And so, since he mentioned that, I don't remember what stream he mentioned that on, I've been trying cold brew. And it's amazing. It really is. And it's been changing my mornings since I've been doing it. Literally, it's just coffee, some water, and a French press, and you leave it unpressed overnight in the fridge. And then you press it in the morning, and it's, you know, super strong and super smooth, and it's just beautiful. Ow. I was pretty sure I parried that. Ow. Oh, come on, I thought I rolled. Aw. No, I asked for that one. I probably should have just parried a couple of those. Anyways. So I only mentioned the cold brew because right now I'm doing a kind of a half-breed cold brew, not cold brew. I just filled up the French press with some water and coffee, and I'm just kind of letting it sit next to me here until I'm ready for it. Now, normally, the directions say, you know, wait 4 minutes and then press the coffee. But I'm kind of in the market right now for strong coffee. So, I'll let it sit a little bit longer and then I'll press it when I'm ready to wash down my Pop-Tarts. Whoops. Grab that before you did that. There we go. Oh, come on. Alright, I'm gonna have to... Alright, come on. Oh, man, my rolls are not going as fast as I want them to. There we go. Oh, I parried that. Ow. Goodness. Ooh, goodness. Well played. I was trying to get him to fall off the building and die, but I think he saw right through my plan. What was I even talking about? I think I finished my thought on whatever I was talking about. Let's see. The next point of discussion. Family, I guess. Like I said, I have a couple of friends still up in New York. Family's the primary reason I end up going back to New York for holidays and such. I see my friends when I'm up there, but I'm not really up there on occasions for them, except for, you know, one occasion was 2 of my friends are getting married. Ow. Ay, ay, ay. I parried him successfully, but I couldn't riposte. There we go. Yay. Yeah, I have my mom, my dad, and my sister. My parents are in a really strange situation where they're divorced but living with each other. My sister's finishing up high school this year, starting this year, and that's going to be interesting. You know, for me, we're 9 years apart. You know, she's always been not just my little sister because she's younger, but also like my little sister because she's always been, you know, little. You know, she's starting up her senior year of high school, and my thinking is, you know, didn't you just learn to walk? So that's been kind of weird. Ow. Here we go. And then my two grandmas, my two grandparents who are still alive, my grandmas, my mom's mom, my dad's mom. My mom's mom I actually call Grandma, where my dad's mom I've always called Nanny. Just an easy way to distinguish them, I guess, from a young age. She always told me that I can call her Nanny, and so I always have. My nanny lives with my dad in his house, and my mom lives up in the apartment above the garage. And my sister lives with my mom up in the apartment. Well, yeah, I guess that's technically where she lives. She kind of lives wherever she can settle down in the house. But, I mean, they're all connected as a single structure, so it's whatever. And my grandma has just recently moved out with my uncle on the other side of the country. So that's going to be interesting to get used to, because she always used to live just a couple hours away. So it was really no big deal to see her on the holidays, but you know, now she's really far away. So I'm going to see her a lot less. That said, though, I have more of an incentive to go visit my uncle now, because he was one of those family members that I only got to see like once every 10 years because of how far away he lived. You know, nobody's so well off in my family that we can all just afford to see each other whenever we want. So now there's more of an incentive to save up for a trip to go out and see them. You know, I can see my uncle and my grandma. But, okay, no, I said that wrong. She doesn't live with him, but she does live on her own, just like in the same city, so to speak. So, but anyways, if I see one, I'll definitely see the other when I'm out there. Which actually can kind of go well into another topic I wanted to bring up, was travel. I actually don't have a passport. Neither my fiancée or I have a passport. Which I feel like is only ironic, since we each have a parent who was born outside of the country. And hold on, I'll handle Andre here. And so we're each interested in visiting, you know, the country of our parents' respective birthplaces, but you know, money. Well, money and, yeah, pardon me, I just took another bite of my Pop-Tart. Money and, like, motivation, I guess, because we each have other things we're working on in our lives, you know, in addition to our life that we're establishing here. and you know, saving up for all the stuff that we're doing with our life now, bills to pay and whatnot. Work lives are kind of hectic. I mean, we have stable jobs, I guess you can say, but each of our respective places of work is kind of crazy, growing and changing, because, you know, the economy's been really wacky lately. So we would love to travel, especially out of the country, not just to see our parents, you know, birth countries, but just because we want to see the world. The world is a fascinating place.
Don't get yourself annoyed. I wonder. Magnificent. I can. Don't get yourself neither.
Back when we were originally making plans for the future, we were talking about, you know, what we wanted to do with, like, for our honeymoon. You know, one of the first things that we thought of was trying to do, like, a tour around the world and just trying different foods, because we both love, you know, to try new foods. But, you know, the cost thing came into the issue. Obviously, traveling around the world would be expensive, and then buying foods, of course, but there was the initial wall of, well, we have to get our passports and make a plan and stuff like that, so we ended up settling for a food tour of the United States. So that's going to be our current objective. And we're probably not going to do it right after the wedding. It'll probably have to wait till next summer, which is fine. We prefer to travel in that kind of weather. One of the things we'd love to do is actually drive out to see my uncle and grandma and experience what they have to eat out there. Because we love little diners, little mom and pop shop type places. That's kind of going to be the main objective, is just, you know, go and eat at places that we wouldn't otherwise find somewhere else. And actually, since moving to Pittsburgh, I've expanded my palate considerably. Initially, we just kind of wanted to start eating healthier, but it looked like, at first appearance, that healthy foods were more expensive than non-healthy foods. So, we weren't really sure what to do with that. We thought maybe we just needed to find, you know, recipes that looked good to us and whatever. But then finances got a little tighter. We had to start buying other things, and eventually we started to find stuff like beans and lentils as you know, protein and fiber substitutes for, you know, stuff like animal proteins like we used to have more of. And whoops. And it ended up being cheaper, and kind of opened up our menu a bit. So now my fiance looks around at vegetarian and vegan food blogs and finds something interesting for us just about every week. So I've definitely opened my eyes a lot. Now, we're definitely not like vegetarians or vegans, but since we're buying a lot less animal proteins, it's just kind of become prudent for us to, you know, have an assortment of options of things to do with all of these non-animal proteins that we now have. In addition to, you know, the at-home cooking stuff, Pittsburgh is full of all kinds of pretty unique places to eat from what I'm used to. So, like, I grew up in Chittenango, which is a small town, but I went to school at Des Moines, which is in Syracuse, which is a considerably larger place. And there's a lot of places to eat there, and they're all pretty interesting and unique, but Pittsburgh is a whole different animal entirely. Like, Burgatory is one of the places that I was exposed to, absolutely fell in love with, you know, at first visit. This little diner we found. Ooh, uh-oh. Now you've done it. Oh, there you go. Called Valiant's. It's just a tiny little diner on this road that we never would have visited had it not been for a particular detour that led us down there. And we're very grateful for it because we love Valiant's now. And it's going to be one of our semi-regular places to visit. A couple of really good pubs. You know, neither of us are really big into drinking, but when we're in the mood for, you know, going to a good pub for a beer and a sandwich or something, we have a nice little list of places to visit. Pardon my string bikini, I want to keep my fast roll so that I can dodge some of these heavier attacks. There we go. That's dangerous. Get my pants back on. Actually, yeah, what do I have now? I have options for pants. There. Oh, that's too heavy. I don't need this, technically speaking. Yeah, okay. That works. Actually, I think these pants... Yeah, they're not that much better. They're actually heavier than the leather pants. Do you have anything else other than hollow stuff? Really? Alright, I'll stick with these for now. Wow, even their gloves. Same defense, but way heavier. Yeah, why not? I just forgot what I was saying. Oh, food. Yes. Yeah, so we got a couple of nice places we can visit now, and there's still plenty on our list that we want to check out that we only, you know, we see in passing or people recommend to us. I don't think there's anything else I want to grab while I'm down here, is there? No, I don't think so. I think I want to go farm from some large titanite. Fortunately, the best place I can think to do that right now is Brayton, so I guess I have some business to go handle there. Oh, one of the first things that we found was kind of interesting. There's a bizarre lack of Burger Kings around here. Now, it's not like a complaint, it was just sort of a strange observation we made. Plenty of McDonald's, plenty of Wendy's, an unusual lack of Burger Kings. And I only find that funny and unusual because of, you know, that's a missed opportunity. Pittsburgh, Burger King. I feel like there's a play on word that someone has not capitalized on yet. Like this series, I haven't titled it yet, but I have already decided I'm going to name it Burgatory, a burger's story, with burger being like, you know, Pittsburgher. Because, like I said, I lack creativity, so I go for the low-hanging fruit, as it were. We found a nice coffee shop named Coffee Buddha that's actually within walking distance of home. which is nice. Oh crap, I forgot about you. Of course you had to fall, so now you're going to sneak up behind me. Stay over there. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get Solaire first, and then I'm gonna go snag my friend. Everybody's buddy. Forgot what his name is already. Lautrec. Yeah, Coffee Buddha. Within walking distance. And then if we walk a little further, we can hit up a Dairy Queen, which is always nice on a summer day. Yeah, Coffee Buddha's always got some unique tea or coffee that I've never heard of. I don't think it's a chain. Pretty sure it's not a chain. And really relaxing kind of zen atmosphere. Very good place to cool down and you know, de-stress. And I remember I think it was last year, and maybe even the year before that. We were participating in the NaNoWriMo thing, trying to write up a book in November. And Coffee Buddha was always a great place to just visit and, you know, put our heads down and get some work done. Yeah, definitely comes highly recommended as a place to check out if you're swinging through the area. Unfortunately, this is a pretty small area, so unless you know about it, you probably won't see it. And this is kind of an area you don't go through unless you have a reason to. Like, it's definitely an area hard to go through by accident, because it's pretty out of the way. But, what, did Solaire just... You stayed up here? Really? You didn't follow me? Maybe I needed help or something? Alright, let me top up before this. Actually, let me go back to wearing this thing. Go. Come on, Solaire. Do something. Ow. Thank you. No, he's dead. You got him. Oh, I guess the other thing that's interesting to mention about Pittsburgh, while we're sort of on the topic, is they have at least half the people here have a certain way of talking that's unique to Pittsburgh and not Pennsylvania. When I checked it out, it seemed like the demographic agreed that it was, you know, the west part of Pennsylvania that talks like this, but from what Pittsburgh tells me, it's Pittsburgh that just talks like this. They'll say things like yins. Like, I guess that's like the word that identifies the language or the way of talking. Yins in Pittsburgh can be used for all various forms of the word you. So, like, I I don't know if it's Boston or Queens that likes to say yous when they meant, you, but here it's yins. And it's especially strange because yous, at least I can understand. I can see where they got that from, kinda. But yins? I have no idea where that comes from. I am sure there's a history. But it's such a bizarre addition to... I said I was going to go to Blighttown and I ended up here. Whatever. Yeah, it just seems like a weird addition to the language, or substitution for the language. There's other things that they say too, like... And like I said, this is only like half the people. But they don't like the letter L in the pronunciation of some of their words. So I first noticed it when I heard someone saying the word hold, but the whole lack of an L sound, it came out of her mouth as hoed. And then I didn't like, I thought maybe it was just how she talks, like, I don't know, maybe it's like a speech impediment or something. But then I heard it again from someone else, and they were saying like hoed for hold and toad for told, and it was so strange to me, but I guess it's just a Pittsburgh thing, I guess. And I try to explain that to anybody, all of my New York friends, and they're all just like, man, Pittsburgh must be so weird. The other thing is, Pittsburgh loves Polish food, and I think it's a pretty Polish town, I think that's why, but what? What? There we go. So, lots of pierogies and halushki and stuff like that, which is fine. I didn't really know much about this kind of stuff until I got here, and I've fallen in love with it now. Also, Pittsburgh loves its provolone. Don't get me wrong, provolone's a good cheese, and it's starting to grow on me more, but it just kind of struck me as strange how much Pittsburghers love provolone. They really like their provolone. Like provolone on everything. Also, putting french fries on things, which I was doing before I came to Pittsburgh. People always thought I was weird up in New York. I was that guy who liked to put potato chips and french fries on all of my sandwiches. And then I come to Pittsburgh and I hear that it's like a regular option. I guess one more reason why maybe I just belong here or something. That the transition wasn't so hard. Yeah, when I originally came over, I came over to move in with my at the time girlfriend and current fiance. To try and start my life anew. And I was unemployed for 2 months. Seriously, these guys are the worst. Come on. Here we go. A couple of places took my applications and asked me some questions, but ultimately I ended up having to sign up with a temp agency. And I got some temp work working at the place that I currently work now. So I went from a temp to full-time after about, I think, six months or so. And of course, when I look at the record of how long I've been working at the company, they only count the amount of time I was actually working there for them. But to me, I've worked there for a little over 3 years. Beautiful. And I had only been to Pittsburgh on 2 other occasions before I moved in. One was to help my girlfriend move in, and this was actually before she was my girlfriend. Before it was just sort of like she needed some help moving, just to have some muscle. I was the muscle, and my friend Kevin provided the truck. Goodness. Thank you, corner. There we go. Oh, and then the other time was after we were dating. I came down and spent Thanksgiving with her because she didn't have the means to go up and see her family. I don't know if it was she didn't have the means, but she didn't have the interest either. Because her parents are separated and not living together, and so Thanksgiving is just a headache, and she just didn't want to deal with it that Thanksgiving, so she decided to stay in Pittsburgh, and I wanted to spend it with her. So I did. And I was still going to school at that time, you know, finishing up my last semester. And I think it was during that trip that we kind of figured out that I wanted to move down there and, you know, figure things out from there. And I think it was nice. It's kind of what I needed. You know, I felt stuck where I was. You know, I only just got my license. I didn't have a car. Where I lived was kind of in the middle of nowhere. I really had to travel pretty far to be near any opportunities. And so a massive change in my situation, like moving to Pittsburgh, was really what I needed to jumpstart my life. You know, I got a new place, new situation, you know, new relationship and all that. And now that I've kind of gotten all that situation figured out, I'm back to kind of wondering what to do next in my life. And it's in a good way, though. It's in a nice way. Whoops, forgot about that. Come on, there you go. And here in Pittsburgh, we actually have a game studio called Shell Games that I would definitely be interested in working with, you know, to follow up on my interest in getting into the game industry. I recently have acquired access to their Orion Trail game that I have recorded playthrough of, but I haven't recorded commentary for. So they're more or less kind of like my new horizon, I guess you could say. I still want to develop myself in my current place of work. Still projects I want to complete. But if I'm going to be looking to go anywhere with my life, like advance to like the next stage of where I want to be, it's probably going to start with them. Or with some other video game related thing. They just seem like the most logical step, you know, if I'm going to advance professionally. The thing I like about Shell Games, from what I've seen so far, is they're still a relatively small studio. They take on a lot of little projects. They don't release like AAA games, or at least they haven't gotten to that point yet, or if they even plan to. But one of their big pushes, their big focuses, is to create games that help better people and, you know, society and stuff like that. They do a lot of little games for kids, like educational type games that help stimulate, you know, thinking and all that. And that definitely sounds like where I want to go, because that's seems to follow in line with like my general philosophy on video games. Goodness. Yeah, like I may play games just for fun and, you know, to kind of let my mind go and when I'm not trying to decode them, but when I'm thinking about it in a more serious tone, I really like the idea of utilizing the unique platform that games give artists to better people. I truly feel like there's a lot of positive that can come out of an interactive experience like a video game. You know, books, movies, and music all have really great things about them that are unique to them as a medium, the things that they can do for people. Wow, again. I am trying to parry, but it looks like I keep missing. There we go. Okay. Oh. Here we go. And it seems like, for me, it would make the most sense to join up with a studio that has that core value in mind. So, you know, fingers crossed for the future. I think what I'd like to do, in general, before maybe I make any particular jumps to, I guess, join up with them, would be to maybe just see if I could sit down and talk with somebody that works at the studio, you know, get a feel for their take on, I guess, everything. I feel like, just looking from the outside in, my best fit would be in production, but maybe it won't be. You know, maybe after talking to somebody who's actually in it, they'll say, you know, well, maybe it looks like you'd be a better fit here, or maybe working in a game studio, you know, wouldn't be the best fit for me, or something like that. I think that would be something benefited by, you know, me tackling my social issue. Like I was mentioning before, you know, breaking out of my comfort zone and actually going out of my way to talk to people. And once I can start doing that more comfortably, maybe I can more confidently reach out to someone there and get that whole legs of my life started. This is definitely going to be the second part to a two-part session. Like, so this is probably going to be, what, episode 3 of my thing? Because I've definitely gone on for a while in this one single run. And I still haven't made it down to Blighttown. I'm going to take a short break here, and I'm probably going to head down to Blighttown next. Oh yeah, first let's... Oh, excuse me. Got gas. Let's talk to Laurentius.
Well, I see you made it out. Yeah, I made it out safely too. I have my pyromancy in the Great Swamp, so I can usually manage with a bit of care. Oh yeah, by the way, I can share my spells with you. I think you have a knack for it. All you need are the materials. I'll be pleased to help you. Unless you find the magics unsavory. Yeah, wonderful. I'm sure that, they'll be of some use, some assistance. Here, first take this. A flame from the Great Swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer. Why, let's get started right now.
And actually I'm good on that. Thanks, buddy.
Goodbye then. Be safe, friend.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get Power Within later, but for now, let's take a short break. Actually, can I level it all? Actually, yeah, hold on. Oh, it's calculating my damage two-handing it, so what does it look like one-handed? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to cap my strength at 40, I think. But for now, I just want to get my character to be able to, wear a full set of clothes while I'm running around. Yeah, we'll sort that out later. For now, I'm probably going to just farm some large Titanite next episode, just so I can get enough to get this guy to +10. I think I need... Yeah, I don't have any. I need like 8. So, alright. I'll see you guys in Blighttown.